Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video, we're looking at some of the best Day 2 Wild Descent of Dragons decks to climb the Wild ladder with. First up we have Mech Hunter. This is a deck that we featured before. It's just a solid deck. If you want to hit people in the face a lot, this might be the deck for you. Reno Mage is making an appearance for the first time. This is Hydra's Reno Mage list, and it's a quest variant, and it's running a couple new cards. We've got the Violet Spellwing, 1 mana, 1/1 elemental, Death Rattle, add an Arcane Missiles spell to your hand. So this Arcane Missiles is really good against aggressive decks. It helps progress your quest. We've also got Cobalt Spellkin, 5 mana 3/5 dragon, Battlecry, add 2 1-cost spells from your class to your hand. So there is a wide range of 1 mana spells for Mage, and it's really easy to get your quest done with this card. Last of all, because this is a Reno build, we can't run 2 Arcane Giants, but we now have Mana Giant. 8 mana, 8/8 elemental, costs 1 less for each card you've played this game that didn't start in your deck. And considering all of the random generation that happens in this specific build, it's very easy for this to become 0 mana. So definitely a deck that you're going to want to try out. If you like playing in traffic, play Secret Mage. Returning is my Mech Handoff Paladin. This deck is just like everywhere. I don't even know if this is the optimal build, but whenever I actually have not played this deck, but whenever I queue into a Mech Paladin, it's usually something this or very similar. So just really powerful and very obnoxious. We've got my Odd Paladin again. I actually have not seen basically any Odd Paladin on the ladder, but I don't think it's a bad deck. I just think Mech Paladin is much better than this. But if you want to play some Odd Paladin, give this one a shot. Togwaggle Priest. This is probably the most exciting archetype of the expansion. We have our new archetype. Multiple players are having success. We're featuring Kohai's list again. If you're not familiar with the combo, you play King Togwaggle to swap decks with your opponent, give them a ransom spell. That ransom spell allows them to swap the decks back. And as soon as they play that ransom spell, you play Murazan the Infinite to swap the decks because it repeats the cards that your opponent played, and then they have no way to get their deck back. So super obnoxious, very rewarding deck to play. Then we have this. I'm just going to call this Corvette Rogue because I didn't know what to classify this as. You've got the early game pirate package, and then you've got 2 incredibly high roll combos in the deck. The first one is you play Falderai Strider on 4. It shuffles 3 ambushes into your deck, and when they're drawn, you get a 4/4 spider. You then follow that up on turn 5 with Stowaway, 5 mana 4/4 Battlecry. If there are cards in your deck that didn't start there, draw 2 of them. So essentially what you get is you get a 5 mana 4/4, 2 more 4/4s on your board, and you get 2 cards in hand, which is insane. The other high roll is you play Necreum Apothecary. It's a 4 mana 2/5 combo. Draw a Death Rattle minion from your deck and gain its Death Rattle. And the only Death Rattle card in this list is Deathwing Dragonlord. 10 mana 12/12 dragon. Death Rattle, put all dragons from your hand into the battlefield. So Necreum Apothecary gets that Death Rattle, therefore pulling the 12/12 from your hand. But if you're unable to easily kill your 2/5 Necreum Apothecary, you've got Necreum Blade, which can trigger the Death Rattle of it and get that 12/12 on the board, which is devastating and it's very difficult to deal with for many decks. I've seen a ton of awDRogue on my climb. Nothing particularly successful. It's kind of just all over the place. I haven't witnessed any legend success with awDRogue, so I'm going to continue to feature this Anti-Reno list only because this is the list I found was the most successful. But you know, take this list with a grain of salt. This is specifically built to combat the Reno decks. Reno Mage, Reno Warlock are really popular right now. So if they're causing you trouble, give this deck a go. This is my spell damage even shaman. I took this deck to rank 1 5 stars from rank 3, and then I lost 4 games in a row, and then I fell back to rank 2, and that made me sad. And then I managed to pull it back to rank 1 2 stars, and hopefully by the next video I will have taken this to legend. The Squall Hunter is absolutely insane. I would never play Flame Wreath Faceless anymore. This card is just so much better. I would totally have a 2 attack reduction to get spell damage +2. Next up, we're featuring Avarice's Reno Warlock. Avarice recently hit legend with this specific list. It's pretty stock, pretty normal. And it turns out that Warlock, as if it didn't have enough board clears, turns out Dark Skies is pretty good. Reno Warlock has lots of cards in hand, and Dark Skies is just the card it needs to just get an additional board clear. Great. Ben from Work's Even Warlock has been featured before, but I want to feature it again. Really powerful deck. I have actually yet to beat this deck. As you might know, I am an aggressive deck player. I play awDRogue, I play Even Shaman, I play Mech Paladin. They don't beat this deck. So I've yet to win against it. I have a 0% win rate against this deck. If your meta is full of aggro, play this deck. And last of all, we have Hydro's Pirate Warrior, which we've previously featured. Just really powerful, really popular. It's been so popular that I'm running Galactic Crawlers in my Even Shamans to deal with it, even though that's kind of overkill. But if you want to have a blast of the past and jam some Pirate Warrior, this is the deck to give a spin. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watching all the way to the end of this video. If you want to try out any of these decks, all of the deck codes are in the description below. If you want to support this channel further, you can click that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and until next time, I hope to see you again.